Maya. Okay. Imagine you're at a museum, right? And you're walking around for like 20 minutes, getting a little frustrated, and you finally stop a security guard and ask, "Excuse me, where are the famous glass flowers?" And the guard just points to the plants you've been standing in front of the whole time.
No way. Are they really that convincing?
Seriously, it happens all the time at Harvard. People walk right past them thinking they're just, well-maintained botanical samples. But they're glass, Maya. Every single leaf, every tiny little stamen, every microscopic hair on a stem, it's all glass.
That is wild. I mean, usually when you think of glass art, you think of like those shiny, slightly abstract vases or maybe a paperweight. You don't think, oh, that's a perfectly biological Canada wild ginger plant.
Exactly. And that's the thing. This wasn't just for art's sake. Back in the 1880s, if you were a botany student, you had to study herbarium sheets, basically just dead pressed plants that turned brown and flat. It's like trying to understand a forest by looking at a piece of cardboard.
Right. The color goes, the shape goes. It's just a shadow of the plant.
Totally. So this professor, George Goodell, he sees these glass sea creatures made by these two guys in Germany, Leopold and Rudolf Blaschka, and he has this aha moment. He's like, if they can make a translucent jellyfish, why can't they make a rose?
Wait, they started with sea creatures?
Oh yeah, they had a whole business. They were shipping glass squids and anemones all over the world, but Goodell convinced them to switch to plants. It took 50 years to finish the collection, from 1887 to 1936. It was basically their entire lives' work.
50 years. That is incredible dedication. And it was just the two of them? Just a father and a son?
Just them, in his quiet studio near Dresden. And get this, they didn't have any apprentices, no students. It was just Leopold and Rudolf, hunched over these tables, using foot-powered bellows to keep the flames going. It's like, imagine if a 3D printer was made of human breath and fire.
That is a very Leo analogy, but honestly, it fits. I'm looking at a photo of one now. The detail is... Wait, really? Is that a fungus on that leaf?
Yes, that's the wait really moment of the day. They didn't just make the pretty versions. They made models of plant diseases. They have glass sculptures of fungi attacking fruit. It's scientifically perfect. There's actually this famous story about a botanist named Donald Schnell. He was studying how bees pollinate a specific plant, and he had this theory about a very specific tiny movement the bee makes. He goes to Harvard, looks at the glass model, and the Blaschkas had already modeled that exact obscure behavior into the glass decades before he even thought of it.
No, that's not just art. That's like high-level observation. How did they even see that without modern high-speed cameras?
Leopold used to say it wasn't a secret technique. People thought they had some magic machine, but he wrote in a letter that the only secret was tact. He said, "The only way to become a glass modeler of skill is to get a good great-grandfather who loved glass."
So it's in the DNA. That's so sweet. It's like a family legacy of seeing the world more clearly than anyone else.
Exactly. It's a sanctuary of detail.
You know, talking about this makes me want to slow down and actually look at the world a bit closer today. And if you're listening and feeling that same spark of curiosity, you should definitely join the loop. Come back tomorrow and get your daily curiosity fix with us. We love having you here.
We really do. But back to Rudolf. He actually started making his own glass and his own colors because he was such a perfectionist. He wanted to make sure the green of a cactus stayed that specific cactus green forever.
It's amazing that glass, something so fragile, is actually the best way to preserve something so temporary, like a flower in bloom.
Right? It's a paradox. They're flowers that never fade. There are over 4,400 models in total. I mean, I can barely keep a succulent alive for a month, and these guys built a whole immortal garden.
Well, I think we'd all be lucky to have even a fraction of that tact Leopold talked about.
Seriously. It's a reminder that when you combine science and art, you get something that feels like magic.
Definitely. Well, I think that's a perfect place to leave it for today.
Stay curious, everyone.
See you again. Stay curious.